Namaskar, good morning, and swagatam. I now have the privilege and honor in requesting Honorable President of India and distinguished dignitaries on the stage to kindly light our beautiful traditional lamp and formally inaugurate the conference piece, ENCO 2019. The diya, when lit, emits light, derives energy. It is this very energy which is the life force which sustains us. Each wick being lit is passed from one to another, symbolizing the sharing of knowledge. Each wick being lit today is a prayer for energy and environment, the theme of this year's conference, ENCO 2019. I now request Dr. Pradeep Kumar Singh, Director of CSIR and SIMFA, Dhanbad, and Chairman of ENCO 2019, to kindly give his welcome address to the distinguished audience, please.
Namaskar, good morning. Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind ji, respected Dr. Harshvardhan ji, Minister of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Environment and Forest, and Climate Change, Padma Bhushan, Dr. Vigyan Saraswat, Member Niti Ayog, Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, Director General CSIR and Secretary to Government of India, DSIR, distinguished guests from abroad and India, ambassadors from different embassies sitting in front of me, delegates, students, members of press and media, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, I feel extremely honored to stay here in this historic convention center to welcome you all. Energy is the lifeline of modern society. In today's world, a nation's commitment for energy and environment is the most important indicator for its sustenance. Energy security rests on two principles. The first, to use the least amount of energy to provide service and cut down energy losses. The second is to secure to assess all sources of energy, including coal, oil, and gas supplies, till the end of the conventional fossil fuel era, which is up to some extent responsible for carbon emission. Therefore, simultaneously, we should access technologies to provide a diverse supply of reliable, affordable, and environmentally sustainable energy. Sirs, it is predicted that the price of the oil will be in the range of $50 to 75 in coming few years. But there will be change in mode of transportation. It is predicted that there will not be very much change in infrastructure, but we will have the flying cars, we will have electric aviation that will be seen very soon. There is generational shift, destructive transportation transition, destructive energy transition, artificial intelligence, technological intelligence, big data, IoT, all will impact every business and life sector. Sirs, solar roofs and roads will be affected due to climate change and will also affect the materials. Therefore, a lot to be done for sustenance of human society as we are living in most transformative time. We feel that technological innovation taking place around the world need to be disseminated and deliberated in an international forum from the stakeholders for successful implementation And this conference will yield rich benefit in this direction. Rapid conversion of renewable and distributed energy, next generation nuclear energy, energy storage, energy on demand are the topics that will be discussed in this international event, Energy and Environment, Challenges and Opportunity. Exploitation and use of thorium, which promises carbon-free power with less dangerous hazards and waste, lower risk of meltdowns, and peaceful use of nuclear energy will also be deliberated in this conference. I want to update you, sirs, that India has world's largest thorium resources. I express my deep gratitude to our Honorable President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovindji. Sir, it is your love and affection to science that you have come here, sir. Sir, your presence has not only made us proud, but it is a great stimulus and a source of inspiration. I gratefully acknowledge your presence and cordially welcome you, sir, to this event. I am very much grateful to Dr. Harshvardhanji for his continuous encouragement and motivation for taking up challenging scientific initiatives. Sir, I feel privileged to welcome you to this function. We are very much grateful to Padma Bhushan Dr. V.K. Saraswatji for his presence. Sir, I warmly welcome you. I gratefully acknowledge the valuable guidance received time to time from our Director General, Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, sir. I cordially welcome you. I sincerely welcome all dignitaries of the dais, from country ambassadors from Nigeria, Turkmenistan, Mali, and counselor from China to this conference. I welcome you all. I welcome my former directors, fellow directors, delegates, colleagues from CSIR and other laboratories. We are very happy to have a large number of research scholars participating in this conference. I welcome you all. I welcome press and media for their generous support. I also acknowledge the support from industrial and knowledge partners for sponsoring this mega event. Also the exhibitors who are showcasing their product. I wish the intellectual input by authors and delegates, wide publicity by press and media, tireless efforts of my different committees and associated with conference will make this conference definitely a successful. I also acknowledge the sincere efforts of my colleagues for organization of this international congress. I welcome one and all present here and wish you all a very fruitful and pleasant time during the conference. I am confident that the outcome of this conference will be a path setter for energy and environment sector. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Dr. Pradeep Kumar Singh, for your wonderful welcome address. I now have the privilege in requesting Dr. Harshvardhan, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Environment and Forests and Climate Change, Vice President of CSIR, to kindly felicitate our Honorable President of India with a coal ball, please. And the coal ball are pre-mineralized peat, mainly found in upper regions of Europe, North America, but also in some Chinese Permian and Indo-Barakar Formation coal. This coal ball was found in 14 seam of pit 2 colliery, Jamadoba at Jharia coalfield, Jharkhand in India. I request Dr. Harshvardhan to kindly felicitate Honorable President of India with a shawl, please. Thank you, Honorable Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, I now request Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, Director General of CSIR and Secretary of DSIR, Government of India, to kindly address the distinguished gathering, please.
Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovindji, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences and Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and Vice President of CSIR, Dr. Harshvardhanji, Member Niti Aayog, Dr. Saraswatji, Director SIMFA Dhanbad, Dr. Pradeep Singh Ji, distinguished guests, friends from media, colleagues, and friends. On behalf of the entire CSIR family, I have the pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to the scientists attending this conference from all across the globe and all over India. The conference and exhibition on energy and environment, challenges and opportunities mainly focuses on issues related to conventional energy technologies, renewable and non-conventional energy systems, energy storage and devices, environmental issues, and sustainable mining technologies, as already highlighted by Dr. Pradeep Singh. I'm very proud to state that India is one of the very few countries which has a Ministry of Climate Change, and Dr. Harshvardhan actually is one of the ministers of the climate change in this unique ministry. Also in the Paris Agreement, you may recall, the target set by the Paris Agreement of achieving less than 2 degrees of temperature change, India is one of the very few countries which is on target to meet the targets defined in the Paris climate change. That would not have been possible without the strong leadership provided by Dr. Harshvardhan and the current government. CSIR laboratories are engaged in many different areas of energy research. CSIR SIMFA Dhanbad has been involved in clean coal technologies, including coal beneficiation, coal gasification, and conversion into liquid fuels. CSIR Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun, has been involved in the generation of biojet fuel from Jatropha. CSIR Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad, has commercialized technology for generating biogas power and biomanure from organic waste. CSIR National Aerospace Laboratories in Bangalore has developed a 15 kilowatt wind solar hybrid system in partnership with industry. CSIR Sikri, Karaikudi, has established the first indigenous fabrication facility for lithium-ion batteries. CSIR CSIO Chandigarh has developed and commercialized energy management system for different energy-consuming equipments in industry and building setups, etc. And therefore, the participants from CSIR look forward to very enriching experience in the next 3 days in this particular conference. The conference presents an opportunity to all of us to discuss new research and forging international collaborations so that CSIR can contribute more in reducing the impact of human activities on environment. My best wishes for the success of conference. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address. I now request Dr. V.K. Saraswat, member of Niti Aayog, to kindly address our audience, please.
Very good morning. Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovindji, respected Dr. Harshvardhanji, Dr. Mande, Dr. P.K. Singh, distinguished delegates to this conference, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a great pleasure for me and privilege to address and be part of this inaugural function. The theme of the conference, Energy and Environment, is the most timely because all of us know that energy is the lifeline and this lifeline is coming to increase in terms of demand. Various countries have been using different sources of energy depending upon its availability and the choices which are more techno-commercial in nature. However, coal has been the predominant source of energy all across, and particularly in case of our country, we have the majority of energy being produced is from coal and other fossil fuels. Energy utilization is an indication of the growth of the nation. It is indicated that per capita energy consumption directly indicates what is the GDP of the nation. It is also said that if you want 1% GDP growth, you need to have almost about 0.7 to 0.8% increase in the energy production. As a result, because our country is on the rising path, the demand has also gone up from the earlier days of something like less than 1,000 kilowatt hour per person per year to almost about 15 to 1,600 kilowatt hour per person per year. With this increased demand, among this energy production, electricity is one which is the major share. And it is said that today we are about 18% in a part of the energy is to the electricity. And with the oncoming programs like e-mobility and others, it is expected to rise. It is also projected that by about 2050, we will have energy demand which will be about 50% through the electricity. That is the kind of thing which is happening. And the rise is almost about 9% CAGR. All the sources of energy production, without any exception except a few, we have that these sources are responsible for the environmental degradation. Coal among them, of course, contributes maximum, and this is mainly because of the greenhouse gas emissions in the production of the energy. That is why, to ensure that the world follows a pattern to make sure that the pollution or the environmental degradation does not take place. Right from the early days, from Millennium Goals which was set up by the United Nations, wherein they said that we have to have a target of producing energy twice the amount which we are producing, with more than 70 to 80% reduction in the greenhouse gas emissions or the carbon dioxide emissions. That was a goal. When the SDGs came, and then with those 17 SDGs, all of them were centered around the basic energy. And the world took a decision that now let us do COP21, for which India is also signatory today, to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions by almost 30%. And that's why India said that we will change our trajectory of producing energy and have more and more renewables to contribute so that this kind of a target can be achieved. Now, I would like to mention that the production of carbon dioxide throughout has been increasing. What was in 2000, maybe 2000, we'll have about 20 gigatons of carbon dioxide. It is expected that by about 2025-30, we are going to have about 42 gigatons of carbon dioxide. Now, what is the method of reducing this carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? It is a direct function of what is the kind of energy mix we will have. So sustainability development goals have indicated that there has to be a proper energy mix for every country that will reduce these carbon dioxide emissions. So from 42 gigatons, which is the present one, by increasing the efficiency of the energy production methods, you can reduce by some percentage. After that, you can do the introduction of renewables, which will again reduce by some percentage. And if you double the increase in the renewables, then you will bring the entire the carbon dioxide emissions to less than about 20 gigatons. If you are able to reach 20 gigatons, then we will have what we call as the pathway for 1.5 degree to 2 degrees Celsius, which is the pathway for maintaining the balance as far as the environment is concerned. So I hope this conference will be able to now identify what is the right mix of energy production and utilization, transmission, and so on, so that the triangle of food, water, and energy is completely balanced, and we have all the goals which we have identified for COP21, we are able to meet. And that's why our Honorable Prime Minister has announced that we'll have renewables by 2022, 100 gigawatts, and we are doing wonderfully well in reaching some of those goals. I think we should also debate in this conference what should be the method of improving the efficiency, how do we make this energy accessible to all, and we should be in a position to identify the technologies and the methods by which all the upstream and the downstream energy production and utilization steps are efficiently done, thereby reducing the greenhouse gas emissions. Certainly, it is an important aspect because it is directly related to the growth of our economy, and hence the most viable method of producing energy in consonance with the environmental requirement is the need of the hour. The conference, I hope, will be able to deliberate and debate and come out with a roadmap by which India should be able to meet the identified objectives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege and indeed an honor for me in requesting Dr. Harshvardhan, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Sciences and Environment, Forests and Climate Change, and the Vice President of CSIR to kindly give his address, please.
Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, Padma Bhushan, Dr. V.K. Saraswat ji, Member Niti Aayog, Dr. Shekhar Mande ji, DG CSIR, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Singh, Director CSIR Simfer, Dhanbad, and also the Chairman of ENCODE 2019, distinguished guests from abroad, distinguished diplomats, ambassadors, members of the CSIR family, delegates, researchers, media friends, good morning. I welcome all of you, and particularly the scientists who have come from across the globe, and all our own scientists and other participants to this very prestigious international conference and exhibition on energy and environment challenges and opportunities, ENCODE 2019. We are all aware that affordable, clean, and reliable energy is the precursor for the sustainable societal and industrial development, and thus the economic growth of any nation. The use of energy also has to be at the optimal level to make energy supply sustainable. Though worldwide coal is the predominant source of energy, hydroelectric, nuclear, solar, and other renewable sources of energy are increasingly being used as low-carbon alternatives. At the outset, I must emphasize that this government accords high importance to clean energy and environment and is committed to address the challenges facing the country. Honorable Prime Minister has exhorted scientific community to work towards solving the problems faced by India, especially in the areas of energy and environment. We need sustainable yet innovative solutions to provide solutions to our problems. India is one of the fastest growing economy, and this is likely to continue. This economic development would further drive the demand for electricity. Renewables are now no longer fringe sources, but have become a mainstay of energy mix. They are now critical both from environment as well as energy security point of view. Access to clean energy, electricity, and water definitely has positive impact on the quality of life of people in all aspects of daily household chores and human development. In today's context, globally, solar energy is the leading driver in renewable energy. Our government has given tremendous boost to renewable energy and raised the ambition fivefold by raising the target for solar energy generation. The installed capacity in country is progressing ahead. Many countries have shown interest to emulate India's remarkably successful journey in the last 4 years in solar energy. Our visionary Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has called for connecting solar energy supply across the borders, giving the mantra of one world, one sun, and one grid. His unstinted commitment to clean and green growth driven by solar energy has also been well recognized by the world community, which is evident from his being conferred the United Nations highest award by the United Nations Environment Programme, the Champions of the Earth Award, for his holistic vision and initiatives. The International Solar Alliance, co-launched at COP21 on 30th November 2015 by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, is an hallmark initiative in solar energy, harnessing, connecting countries between Tropics of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, rich in solar resource, which has been appreciated around the globe. As of now, 71 countries have signed the framework agreement, including Japan, the land of the rising sun. We have embarked upon world's largest clean cooking fuel program called the Ujjwala Yojana, releasing around 80 million connections so far. Barring few villages located in remote and inaccessible areas, we have achieved electrification of each and every village. Saubhagya Yojana, which includes provision of solar power packs of 200 to 300 watts power for remote and inaccessible areas, will provide electricity to all households. Solar Steady Lamp scheme has benefited 7 million students. Government of India has also launched an ambitious program to deploy energy-efficient chiller systems in India recently. India has mounted the world's largest and most innovative, affordable, energy-efficient lighting program, 330 million LED lights, which has resulted in reduction of 32 million tons of carbon dioxide annually. We are promoting development of more such innovations in an accelerated manner. Micro solar dome, now popularly known as Surya Jyoti, a unique solar energy operated lighting device which works during daytime in passive mode and in the nighttime through photovoltaic mode, has also been developed by our scientists. The dome is being manufactured by the micro and small enterprises. We have been endeavoring through our national laboratories that energy and environment research focuses on the generation, storage, and efficient utilization of energy and natural resources, and the assessment of the interaction between the environment and energy technologies in order to establish clean and renewable energy systems enriched with state-of-the-art technologies. I have been emphasizing that while tapping different sources of energy, it is also necessary to adopt strategies to mitigate the industrial pollution and global warming. We are putting in place the desired strategies to achieve the targets systematically. In this backdrop, this international conference is being organized by the CSIR Central Institute of Mining and Fuel Research to provide a platform to the international community to deliberate and disseminate on various issues related to the subject, and also discuss several research and development opportunities and pathways that could lead to a prosperous, sustainable, and secure energy future for the world. Both the energy and environment sectors today are at a critical juncture. We have already boosted the research and development in these sectors by doubling the expenditure in last 4 years. Since I also hold the charge of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, it is imperative for me to be more concerned with the effect of energy-intensive activities on environment and how to mitigate them. All energy sources have some impact on our environment. Fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gas do substantially more harm than renewable sources by most measures, including air and water pollution, damage to public health, wildlife and habitat loss, water use, land use, and global warming emissions. The exact type and intensity of environmental impacts varies depending on the specific technology used, the geographical location, and a large number of other factors. By understanding the current and the potential environmental issues associated with each renewable energy source, we can take proper steps to effectively avoid or minimize these impacts as they become a larger portion of our electric supply. I am sure with so much and so many of our bright minds here in this conference, they will come out with concrete steps for energy and environmental issues being faced by the civilization while bringing all-round development. I wish this conference every success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for your address. I now request Honourable Dr. Harshvardhan, Honourable Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Sciences and Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Vice President, CSIR, to kindly release the souvenir on this occasion and present the first copy to the Honourable President of India, please. The souvenir has just been released and presented to the Honourable President of India. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now a privilege and indeed an honour for me in requesting our Honourable President of India, Shri Ram Nath Kovind, to kindly give his inaugural address on this occasion. A warm round of applause, please. Honourable President of India.
Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Dr. Harshvardhan ji, other dignitaries on the dais, scientists and representatives of participating countries and organizations, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy to be among you today to inaugurate the International Conference on Energy and Environment, Challenges and Opportunities, being organized by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. CSIR is known for its cutting-edge R&D in diverse areas and is a globally benchmarked organization. CSIR covers a wide spectrum of science and technology, from physics, oceanography, and earth sciences to genomics and biotechnology, and from nanotechnology to mining, materials, and environmental engineering. CSIR, Central Institute of Mining and Fuel Research, Dhanbad, is internationally acclaimed because of its rich contributions in coal-based, energy-oriented research and for developing safe, productive, and sustainable mining methods. In today's era of rapid technological advance, energy and environment are major concerns not only for developing countries but also for developed countries. Global trends show that coal will remain the predominant energy source for most countries, including India, while renewable sources will also grow. In this connection, I would like to draw your attention towards India's commitments in the Paris Agreement, which came into force on October 4, 2016, to protect our planet from global warming and climate change. At the Paris Climate Conference, India made a number of commitments expressing our strong desire to control carbon emissions through nationally determined contribution targets. These commitments are A, to lower the emissions intensity of GDP by 33 to 35% by 2030, below the 2005 levels. B, to increase the share of non-fossil based power generation capacity to 40% of installed electric power capacity by 2030, that is equivalent to 26 to 30% of generation in 2030. And C, to create an additional cumulative carbon sink through additional forest and tree cover by 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, given this background, I would advise this August gathering to deliberate on development of eco-friendly technologies for green mining. It is important for producers and consumers of conventional energy to evolve more efficient and cleaner processes to ensure environment-friendly use of natural resources. In India, the government is committed to provide power to all citizens at affordable cost, as well as boost the national economy through an industrial revolution in tune with Industry 4.0. Therefore, I urge this gathering to come up with actionable ideas on environmental issues related to use of fossil fuels and viable alternatives. In this context, I am glad that this conference will be covering important topics such as conventional energy technologies, renewable and non-conventional energy systems, energy storage and devices, sustainable mining technologies, and environmental issues. It is very pertinent to note that delegates from India and abroad are participating in this event at a historic convention venue that has witnessed several such international conferences and helped formulate key policies and roadmaps. It is a suitable platform for the international community to disseminate, deliberate, and showcase various activities related to energy and environment and discuss research and development opportunities and pathways that could lead to a prosperous, sustainable, and secure energy future. I am confident that after the 3 days deliberations, it will be possible for this gathering to come out with practical and doable recommendations that can make our planet not only more industrially advanced, but also help in creating healthy ecosystems and environments for future generations. I wish this conference a grand success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable President of India, for your most wonderful inaugural address. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise for the national anthem, please.
कर्तव्यों और जिम्मेदारियों को समझना होगा ताकि हम अपनी आने वाली पीढ़ी को बेहतर भविष्य दे सकें।
We have to realize that the progress of the world lies in the roots of the 3 E's: energy, economy, and environment. Let's save energy today for a bright life tomorrow. Jai Hind.